Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Comrade64. How you guys are doing today? And I'm back with another video. Now, before I get on with this video, I want to say I want to apologize for the lighting in here. If the lighting's not good, and also if I sound a little different, just I have a bit of a cold, or I'm starting to get over the cold because on Sunday I got sick and I don't know what happened, how I got this cold or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's COVID again or whatever. So yeah, just as a those are things I want to let you know. I apologize for the lighting, and also I'm kind of I don't know if I still have the cold or I'm trying to get over it. Or my voice was starting to start a bit nauseating for the past 2 days, and I think it still is right now. So yeah, just those are just the heads up. I just want to let you know. But now let's get on with the video. So today's video is I'm gonna be talking about why Mesogog from Power Rangers Dino Thunder is one of the best Power Ranger villains and unique Power Ranger villains. So, and one of the reasons why I think Mesogog was one of the most best was the best and most unique Power Ranger villain ever is because of how he was portrayed, how he came to be. Because if you think about all the other villains before Dino Thunder, like Mighty Morphin up to Ninja Storm. Yeah, like they all seem to have like some kind of similar trope to them. As if you guys get what I'm saying, well, so the best way I can explain it is that you know, the villains from Mighty Morphin up to Lost Galaxy, all of them were just like evil aliens from another planet. Well, the Machine Empire, they were machines, but you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they were machines from another planet. All of them were villains that came from outer space. Oh, yeah, well, no, they're all evil aliens that came from outer space. Yeah, villain, villains from outer space from another planet. And that was even the same thing with Ninja Storm. Okay, well, Thor, he was human, and he so were Mar and Capri, and also there was his, and the rest of his villains or minions are pretty much like evil space aliens. That's what they were called, like his generals, and with the exception of Shamasu, who was a statue, and Motodrone, who was a creation too, which was created on Earth. And also, but they were like villains from outer space, aliens. And the villains in Lightspeed Rescue and the villains in Wild Force were basically creatures that were, well, for Lightspeed Rescue, there were demons that they existed years ago, and now, and Wild Force orgs. Yeah, I mean, orgs, now, I think they were creatures that did exist long time ago. I do think so, and they became created because of the pollution of the earth and stuff like that. But and Master Org, he used to be human, and he became an org because he ate something. I forgot. I think there was some ball from some kind of plant thing that made him to an org. I don't remember too much of the details. Yeah, like the majority of the main villains were all and like also Rancid. No, yeah, I forgot Time Force. Time Force, yeah, the villains were mutants from the future. So yeah, mutants. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. Rancid, he used to be he was mutant. I forgot. I think he used to be human. Then he was transformed into a mutant, or he was always a mutant, and he became human, flew into a Wild Force. I don't know. I just said. I forgot. I gotta rewatch Time Force. But now the point I'm getting into, like Mesogog. Now Mesogog. Why he's one of the best and unique villains out of all of them? It's because of how he came to be, and that is because Mesogog was simply just a creation. He was never. He wasn't like an evil alien or evil alien from from outer space, or an evil creature that existed years ago, or even a mutant that came from the future or anything. He was just a creation. He was just the whole thing, with him and Anton Marshall was pretty much just a Jekyll Hyde situation. Jekyll Hyde, Jekyll Hyde, Jekyll Hyde. Yeah. If any of you guys remember the author episode about the library card where Arthur and Buster are singing to DW about having fun, is it hard when you got a library card? If any of you guys remember that episode, you guys remember the Jekyll and Hyde skit, the one with Brain. That one was one of my favorites, and that song, I love it. I loved that song a lot when I was a kid. Beautiful. Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. It was a Jekyll and Hyde situation with Mesogog and Anton Mercer. Yeah, because Mesogog, he was created because of Anton Mercer. He was trying to do something like some kind of experiment, and the experiment kind of went horribly wrong, and he was created. It did kind of, yeah. It was, the way it was, how like he drunk like this. I think like it was a serum he created or something. I don't know. The serum, and then he drunk it and it went horribly wrong, and now he has like this. It's like a split personality, like yeah, like I said, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. And then heck, and that was even the same thing with Trent, with having the White Ranger powers, like the Dano Gem, had an evil control on him, and it was a Jekyll and Hyde situation. It's right there. And Downton was pretty much unique for everything. All the monsters, yeah, they were created. Like everything about the Downton the villains was that they all were just creations made on Earth. Unlike anything prior, where it could be either a new alien from outer space or some kind of creature that existed years ago. You gotta get what I'm saying. And like, yeah, because well, the villains were pretty much kind of human. I mean, Mesogog, he was trapped in a human's body, and he took control of the human's body. Anti Mercer and Elsa, she was being controlled to be evil, and Celtrax was pretty much just an old friend of Tommy, and he got mad because Tommy got the job. They both were competing for the position at Anti Mercer's job to work for Anti Mercer or something like that, and he was mad because Tommy was picked, and he was experimenting on something, and then he got in an accident, and Mesogog saved him and rebuilt him and made him into what he is. So yeah, Downton was just one of the most unique seasons ever, for many reasons. The villains were pretty much unique and very different from villains prior, and I guess maybe villains even after, because villains after like SPD and like everything else after Samurai, the villains would just be evil aliens from outer space. Mystic Force and Jungle Fury, yeah, the villains, I think, yeah, did exist thousands of years ago. So yeah, Mystic Force and Wild Force are in the same situation as Lightspeed Rescue and Wild Force, where the villains were just evil creatures that existed, or evil forces that existed years ago, something like that. And Operation Overdrive, yeah, Operation Overdrive kind of fits in the bill with the ones that have, all evil aliens, villains from outer space. One thing I think Operation Overdrive does have some of Ninja Storms, that the main villains were essentially human. Well, most of them flourished, or they were used to be humans, but then when they tried to sell the Chrono Aurora, they were mutated. So then they're no longer humans. And well, Lothar and Nindstorm, he's still a human, but he had, he, I guess, yeah, he's still human, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I think you kind of get what I'm saying. Now, also, yeah, the villains in RPM, yeah, I guess they could be considered in the same similar situation as in Down Thunder, where their villains that were just creation. Vengeance, yeah. So Vengeance is kind of, I guess he could be like some considered considered to be similar to Mesogog, a creation that gone horribly wrong, and so yeah, I guess RPM, yeah, this is which is Down Thunder. I guess Down Thunder and RPM are both seasons where the main villain is basically just an evil creation that basically gone haywire. But I think Down Thunder did it more better and more unique is because like Down Thunder is kind of like the main villain is kind of like a Heckle and Jice situation where you because RPM like yeah the evil robots like that does feel like something similar to what you probably would have seen in Terminator like yeah RPM was essentially Terminator both Power Rangers. Yeah, you have like an evil machine, a sentient evil robots like rebelling against humanity and trying to conquer it, and humanity has to fight against it to but then to this evil plans just to stop it in general. You get what I'm saying. But Donald Thunder, Mesogog, he just was. And another thing that was interesting about Mesogog is that something that he did completely different from all the other villains, the ones before him and the ones after, was that he wasn't wholly obsessed with taking over the world. All he wanted to do was basically bring the world back to the era of the dinosaurs, the prehistoric era. So he wanted to have like dinosaurs rule the earth once again. He didn't want to like try to like rule the earth like Rita Repulsa, Lord Zed, the Machine Empire, Divatox, the demons from Lightspeed Rescue, the orcs from Wild Force, Lothor from Ninja Storm. No, he just wanted to rule. He just wanted to bring the era back to the era of the dinosaurs. That's all. And even like the villains after him, like even some of the villains after him, wanted to take over the world. Or even the universe per se. Yes, yeah, something you want to take over the universe. Like yeah, Ventrix. He pretty much. I don't know if his plan, Ventrix from RPM. I don't know if his plan was just to like wipe out humanity and have robots be the dominant species. I don't know if that was like he wanted to do something like that, maybe, or he just wanted to rule the world, or something. Kind of something close to that. Now, let's be sure the villains they did wanted to. The villains from Lightspeed Rescue they did wanted to like they wanted to like rebuild that palace and make it back to where they rule the world, but they wanted to rebuild their palace and they want to like rebuild their palace, but I think you guys ever seen they want to rebuild a palace, but they obviously did want to rule the world. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm just kind of thinking about saying it right. I apologize, guys. But yeah, the Demons of Westbridge they still kind of wanted to. I mean, Queen Banshara, she still kind of wanted to rule the world. So I might be missing some things, but you can feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And like now, um, and like Daishi, the villains from Mystic Force, um, they all wanted to like take over the world. And even some like I say Mighty Morphin up to Lost Galaxy, the villains from Operation Overdrive, and I guess onward after after Samurai, the villains will want to take over the world. The villains want to take over the universe, something like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Beast Morphers. Yeah, Beast Morphers had villains that were evil creations. So yeah, my bad. Oh, Beast Morphers kind of continue off for RPM. So, and also I also forgot Samurai. Yeah, I forgot Samurai. Honestly, Samurai is one of my most despised seasons, and I pretty much kind of forgot about it most of the time. I would like to forget about it honestly, and sorry to no disrespect to anybody who loves Samurai. You love Samurai, fine. If that's your bread and butter, that's fine. You can love Samurai all you want. That's cool. And Samurai does have some good things about it, mainly the fight scenes, but holy moly, but the acting is just downright bad, just laughably bad. Like Jaden is one of the most boring Red Rangers out there. Him and Troy. But if you guys like Samurai, that's your opinion. Sorry, no disrespect to you, anything, and I'm sorry if I offended any of you guys, but Samurai is just not good. Sorry. And yeah, speaking of Samurai, and yeah, so about that, I forgot to mention the villains from Samurai. Well, the yeah, Masters and them, yeah, they were evil creatures as I said long ago. So yeah, Samurais with Lightspeed Rescue, Wild Force, Mystic Force, and Jungle Fury having villains that existed many, many, many years ago. Yeah, I forgot about Sam. Yeah, like I said before, I forgot about Samurai, and honestly, the villains are actually pretty forgetful. Masters and them, and then they pretty much were just kind of boring. Nothing memorable about them. Yeah, We know Power Rangers seems to have different types of villains. Have how, and all of them seem to follow a particular formula, where they be like Rita Repulsa, a villain from outer space, like an evil alien, or someone who's just trying to take over not just the world but the entire universe, or the demons from Last Rescue, where there were creatures that existed many millennia ago, years ago, and now they come back to conquer the world. Or some of them could be like evil, or some of them could be like Rancic, like in Time Force, an evil mutant that came from the future who wanted to stop Time Force. I mean, is this? I mean, is this? Sure, but I do think he did kind of wanted to take over the world. I do think that's what it was, one of his intentions. But Donald Thunder was just different. But yeah, to be honest, Time Force did kind of copy that off of Time Ranger. So, yeah. But interesting enough, with you know, and yeah, Glass Rescue copied the villain story from Global Five. Ginga Man, Lost Galaxy did copies off of Ginga Man, but except the villains would just be evil aliens instead of in Ginga Man there would be the villains just years ago, like that kind of stuff. But but Mesogog, like I said, was completely different. He didn't follow any of the tropes. He was just a creation that got wrong, and he was created, and what made him stand out was that he again, it was a Jekyll and Hyde situation. Yeah, like I said before, how Donald Thunder was just kind of unique, in many ways. How the villains were just all just created, and some of them like either like also she was mind controlled, but then eventually she was brought back to the side of good, and then Zeltrax, he was actually human, but then after his accident, and he decided to be evil. So I guess there was a part of him that was still human. And also, another thing that was unique is that how Donald Thunder didn't really copy anything off of Opera Ranger. In Opera Ranger, the villains are probably like I think evil creatures from another dimension or something like that. You know, which I'll talk about that. Something what would be cool to see in Power Rangers. Yeah, the villains were just evil creatures from another dimensions, something like that. I don't know too much. I haven't seen that much of Opera Ranger, honestly. I do think the creatures, there are rugby creatures from another dimension or another Earth or something like that. How, you know, Donald Thunder was just unique, So, and like the villains, the monsters were called mutants. Yeah, you know, they were just evil creations. But that's one of the reasons why I think Mesogog was one of the best Power Ranger villains, and more unique ones. Like the whole Jekyll and Hyde situation, like even and it's just kind of cool. And eventually, how he eventually broke away. Donald Thunder was just one of the best seasons ever. It was very unique. Donald Thunder was the season was the start where the Disney era was starting to get better, starting to get a little more unique. They were unique with Donald Thunder, and then when they carried off to SBD, they did Fabulous. Yeah, so you get what I'm saying. So yeah, and Down Thunder felt more like an anniversary season than Super Mega Force. Ah, but and like I think that's all I really gotta say. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure if there's anything else I'm missing. Probably not. I don't. I think I got everything. Yeah. Mesogog. He's very different from all the other villains. And I wonder like, will we ever see something like that again? Like a unique villain in Power Rangers. Oh yeah. Speaking of, I want to talk about the whole. You know how Super Sentai sometimes have villains. The villains will be from another dimension, something like that, or even like something like sometimes Sentai will be created with the villains, like an Arm Ranger, like when a meteor crosses on Earth, instead split the Earth into two, which is yeah, Japan is kind of weird with the storytelling, but yeah, it's unique nonetheless. That's what I say. So yeah, and yeah, I do think it would be cool to see something like an evil villain, like villains be like evil creatures from another dimension. I think that was in Mystic Force. I could be wrong. I don't know, but having creatures and villains be from another dimension, that'd be interesting, and unique to see. But Power Rangers that'll probably be too convoluted. And I think if Power Rangers ever were to come back, they're probably just gonna stick with the villains as being the evil aliens once again. We probably won't get anything unique like Mesogog, like a villain who was just created and who had a Jekyll and Hyde situation. You know, we didn't see that. We didn't see that in Alpha Ranger. Villains were just evil creatures from another dimension or another Earth. I think another Earth. Yeah, another dimension. I don't know. Hard to say. Or they could have been aliens. I might go back and rewatch Alpha Ranger to check out. So, you know, I still remember the dubbed episode that they did in Dino Thunder, and Blake got to voice the Blue Ranger in the dub. Yeah. Now I do kind of wonder if that Alpha Ranger dub became an official Sting. How long do you think it would have lasted? Probably wouldn't last long. Probably would have been like so for a short bit. I don't know. That got me thinking. I think I might do a video about what if Super Sentai we had Super Sentai dubs instead of Power Rangers. Like how would that have been? Let me. I'll get to that video soon. So yeah, and that's all I gotta say. Mesogog, he's by far one of the best and unique villains in Power Rangers franchise. We probably not ever get another villain like him ever again. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, and I'll see you guys later. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. This is Comrade64, and signing out. One more thing, a little fun fact is, that video what I made about who are the best red, blue, and yellow Ranger trios, I actually originally filmed this Mesogog video, why he's the best villain after that, but it didn't come out right because I had to close out because everybody was walking in and stuff, so I decided to redo it. And here it is. I'm not sure if it's going to be better. I think it probably is, but you can let me know. Well, anyways, take care and peace out, guys.